And we'll get to the special remarks quickly, ladies and gentlemen, so that we can beat time. Don't forget, annual population lecture series comes up after this. We have the special advisor to the President on Health, Dr. Salma Anas. Please, a round of applause for Dr. Salma. We can do better. Let's celebrate her. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. The chairman of this occasion, Professor Adewale, my Honorable Minister of Health, you're still our minister. We've come a very long way with him. And I said, I have passed through him, so what much do I have to say? He has said a lot. The representative of the Coordinating Minister of Health, Professor Pate, is representing him. The Permanent Secretary, my sister. I said, Dr. Kacholom, that's you. You're welcome. The resident coordinator, UNDP, is here with us. Our development partner, my very own dear sister, Dr. Samu, you're most welcome. And you always inspire us to do more. USAID representative is here also. My brother from FCDU, my dear sister, Rodio, who is also a source of motivation and encouragement all the time. Miles, you're here with us, and I'm so happy. Someone said you didn't include their state, but it's not about sharing of the national cake this time around. It's sharing where the problems lies. And you've taken the most difficult states that ever exist, I think, in the continent of Africa. And we really appreciate you for that. Our royal father that is here with us, the Sarkinyak Ngagi, who has been very, very committed and has sustained the efforts. I met him more than 25 years ago when I started working with UNFPA. And we are glad to share the lessons learned. Our father that is here, teacher of my teacher, I can't ignore mentioning you. I've passed through your student, and I've also passed through you, sir. We really appreciate you for all the support. The local organizers, Professor Dr. Ejike, you've done a great work with your team, and I said this is the best I have ever seen in terms of the national family planning. And I told him there is wisdom as we age. And Dr. Ejike and his team have done a great job here. So as I said earlier, my Honorable Minister has spoken, and a lot have been said, and I will not say so much. But I'm highly honored to be here, standing before you, representing the office of His Excellency, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is very much committed and who has prioritized the health of women, which include family planning, not just as a health issue, but as a developmental agenda. Poor family planning uptake has been a significant problem with far-reaching consequences of health outcomes and all other outcomes, especially for mothers and children. As we gather here for this very important conference, national conference, which the theme is very apt and appropriate, sustaining commitments to access family planning. It is time for us to reflect and get it right as an integral part of the National Health Sector Renewal Investment Initiative and also the SWAP approach. It is time for us to rally all commitments, all our donor support, all our development partners, civil society, but at the same time, we must also ensure we rally the domestic support and commitments, not only at the national level, but also at sub-national level. We've seen and heard the commitment of the federal government of Nigeria since 2012, which has been sustained over the time till today. We need to do more in terms of leveraging, and I'm glad that the Parliament spoke about the 1% commitment for family planning from the sub-national budget for health. We need to do more to ensure that we garner the support from sub-national level. Today, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is speaking more about how we developed the local context, the grassroots level, And now he has passed the autonomy on local government. We need to partner with ALGON, the Association of Local Government in Nigeria. We need to build their capacities. They need to program and they need to allocate resources for family planning within the integral scope of maternal, newborn, and child health, including adolescent health. So we have much more to do in that direction to traject our progress. And I strongly believe that in Nigeria, we can do it. We can do it. We can achieve that. We've had all the statistics, and I would say we've made some progress, little progress, but very slow progress. But we've laid very solid foundation in terms of what we have established in Nigeria towards scaling up and doing better in family planning at all the levels that will traject our progress within the very short time that we have available to us. Recognizing the role of women in driving demand for family planning, women's participation in healthcare has been prioritized by the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu by creating opportunities for women as youth and adolescents to share their experiences, concerns, and ideas on all aspects of development, including reproductive, sexual reproductive health, and family planning. This conference brings us together, not just as government, but also civil society organizations, the private sector. They have a big role to play. One of the pillars and the interests of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is about local manufacture and transfer of skills and technology. How do we reshape the market, the global market, and transfer skills and technology to Nigeria that will improve local production and also unlock the potentials that exist? And in that direction, His Excellency has also established the presidential value chain to unlock and ensure that we transfer skills and start production in Nigeria. So we'll continue those discussions with our development partners and with our donors on how that can be done as soon as possible. It also, while we're here, it also ensures alignment and harmonization of efforts to avoid duplication. And we're very happy and glad that the Coordinating Minister of Health has adopted the SWAP approach to help us harmonize, avoid duplication and fragmentation, and maximize effect of our limited resources. So together, I think we can collectively do that. So a lot have been said that family planning is not just a health issue. For us in Nigeria, it's an integral part of our development agenda because it's beyond health. It is closely linked with our economic growth, reduction of poverty, and improved health outcomes. Currently, we are speaking also about climate change and its impact on women. But what is also another important aspect of it is the security challenges that is confronting Nigeria across all the regions of the country. Family planning is critical to addressing security challenges in our country. As Professor Ladipo will say, don't have the children that your car cannot take you. If you want to have 6, you buy a van. But if not, you should have 3, you and your wife in front. And that makes a lot of sense to all of us. You don't have to bring to the world the children that you cannot take care of and you are not responsible to. Somebody asked me a question this morning when I was doing a program. And he said, you are a Muslim woman. Your people are the cause of the problems. They have 4 wives and they have so many children. And I said, yes, we can address those issues. How do we address those issues? We've been doing this for the over 20 years in Nigeria, and we've not realized results. So what is it that we are doing wrong? How do we revisit the situation and have a correct conversation with the people that truly matters? I think we've been talking to ourselves for too long. We need to break barriers. We need to speak to the faith-based organizations, not bringing them to Abuja, but reaching them at the grassroots level, the community level, and we have started doing that. What are the key social determinants? Because any man you ask, he will tell you, I love my wife or wives, and I want them to live, to raise our kids. But then what is wrong in the conversation? Are we truly talking to them? What are their perspectives about family planning? Because when we say family planning, reduce the size to the number that you can take responsibility as a man, as a family. You must educate them. You must feed them. You must give them moral upbringing so that you are proud of them. So is that happening today? So are we speaking on the same page? So for us, we have been saying we need to tweak it. We need to have conversation to determine what are the key social determinants that drive the unacceptability and also the low uptake of family planning within the scope of maternal, newborn, and child health. So we have advocated, and we are still advocating for us to do that, and also come up with what we call the homegrown solutions. We need to have the homegrown solutions. Yesterday, I was speaking with someone who is a traditional person, and he shared an experience. He said there are people we call in Kano and in Sokoto, Enwanzam, those that shave the hair of the newborn baby. Any newborn baby that is delivered in that community, they shave the hair. And they have statistics and information, whether the mother died, whether the child is immunized, and whether the woman is attending any antenatal clinic, whether she delivered at home. So we need to revisit how we are programming and also our conversations and come up with homegrown solutions that will help us to achieve results within the shortest possible time. I will end it by saying that together we can create a future where every woman and girl, adolescent as well in Nigeria, will have access to family planning services and can make informed choices about their reproductive health. At the same time also to unlock their potential so that they can contribute maximally to national development, ensuring that the gender issues are well balanced. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma. Let's give it up to the Special Advisor to the President on Health, Dr. Salma Ibrahim Anas. Another round of applause for her, please. I don't know if you heard what I heard. Don't have children that your car or vehicle cannot carry. My only concern with that is some people will now go and start buying luxurious buses. You know the implication of that. Okay.